Have you ever whitened your teeth and the next day you notice a quick, sharp moment of sensitivity when you take a sip of water? These are called zingers, and they can happen during the whitening process, but most people notice them usually after a few hours or days after. Hi, my name is Krismichelle. I'm a registered dental hygienist and a Burst ambassador, and today we're going to talk about zingers. Okay, so there are 3 layers to a tooth. When the whitening process begins, it's going to penetrate through the tubules of the tooth. This is technically the pores of the teeth. So once it enters through the pores of a tooth, it's going to go into the dentin, which is where it's going to oxidize the stains, lift up the stains, create that brighter tooth. The dentin is the second layer underneath the enamel. So sometimes this process will temporarily irritate the nerve endings of the teeth, and that is actually the deepest layer of the tooth, and this is where you might experience a little bit of sensitivity. So what can you do? I will share you 3 tips for a more comfortable whitening experience. Look for products that help hydrate the teeth and reduce sensitivity. This is extremely important. I like to suggest to my patients to look into a sensitive toothpaste or a rinse that they can use so that way they're not triggered by whatever foods and drinks they have later in the week. This leads me to my next tip. So once you've whitened your teeth, you want to be careful about the foods and the drinks that you are consuming in the day or days after. So be careful with acidic foods and drinks. Maybe change your toothbrush. If you're using a hard toothbrush, which I hope you're not, make sure you're using a soft bristled brush, because sometimes once your teeth undergo a process where your pores are basically open, you don't want to use something that's going to be too abrasive on your enamel. And then of course, like I said, use some fluoridated toothpaste or whatever toothpaste is going to have those important ingredients to help reduce that sensitivity and help remineralize your enamel. Lastly, you want to pick a whitening product that's going to have the right percentage of hydrogen peroxide for you. So if you feel like you're more prone to sensitivity, then choose one on the lower spectrum. And if you feel like you can take it a little bit more, you can tolerate a little bit more, then of course go a little bit higher so that way you can get the results that you need. There's a whole market of whitening products. You just have to choose which one is best for you. And that is all I have for you guys today. I hope this video was super helpful about your whitening questions, and make sure you stay tuned every week for new videos from Burst TV. Happy whitening!